Hey, what's up OB? My name is Johnny with OB Eats, where we take a deep dive into OB's food and drink culture. Today I am here at Poma's Deli, a place that almost needs no introduction to OB. It is a staple, been here since 1965. Today I'm happy to be sitting here with Nick Poma, owner of Poma. So Nick, thanks so much for sitting down and chatting with us today.
Absolutely, it's an honor.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Poma's is one of these places that I mean, it's been here forever. I mean, it's a staple in OB. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the place and how it got started and where we're at now?
Absolutely. Back in 1965, my grandma and my grandpa came over from, actually it's before 65, they came over from Sicily. And you know, they wanted to open up a business out here. They landed in Ocean Beach, and my grandpa was a barber, and my grandma was, you know, into cooking, and so he started a barber shop, and she did the deli.
Wow. So everything's based on her old recipes?
All her recipes. Like the meatballs come from Sicily. The way we did the roast beef was straight up from Sicily, and just kind of, you know, fell into place from there.
Wow, great. What part of Sicily do you know?
Palermo.
Palermo, okay.
And then I think, yeah, pretty much Palermo.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's my family on my dad's side actually came from Palermo area, a little town called Termini Amarisi. So I knew there was a reason I loved this place so much. Yeah. So now here we are, what, 50 years later, it's almost 60 years later, and are these same recipes?
Same recipes. I mean, we've added stuff to the menu. Mm-hmm. You know, back in the old days, it used to be like provolone hanging from the ceiling, salamis hanging from the ceiling, just, you know, the old wine bottles with the baskets. Mm-hmm. And then we just kind of got away from that, and then started more on just, you know, the sandwiches, mm-hmm. and the pizza, but still the same recipes.
Wow, great.
So.
And now, something a lot of people might not know, I mean, obviously the place is famous for the subs and the sandwiches, mm-hmm. but you guys make a mean pizza here too, right?
Yeah, the pizza's definitely underrated, or even not underrated, but just kind of like lost in the thing. Like, people come in here and I want to try the pizza, but give me a recipe.
Right.
Yeah, and it's always like that. But once they try it, they're like, man, that was great, I'm gonna get it next time. But it's kind of hard when, you know, year after year after year, you get sandwiches, mm-hmm. to switch, so we get it. But I think you'd be pleasantly surprised if you check out the pizza.
Great.
For sure.
Yep. And you grew up in OB and you live here, work here. Tell us a little bit about growing up in OB, what that was like, maybe how things have changed and that whole thing.
Definitely changed a lot. It used to be a lot more low-key, mm-hmm. But it still has the same kind of vibe as it did back then. You know, it's still like a tightly knit community. It's just a lot more people, a lot more buildings, but you know, it's grown up a lot. You know, it's just so crazy because it was pretty barren. Mm-hmm. Like, there wasn't like, you know, like even the building across the street wasn't built before. It was just like, you know, a couple little houses and like a little sandwich shop up the street, and it's just changed a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, but for the better. I mean, you know, it's definitely a cool place.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, OB's always going through changes, and it seems like it does a good job of keeping, you know, the local places. I know there's new places that come in, and the town kind of gets a little upset about, you know, more corporate places, but it does do a great job of keeping this small town feel, right?
It does. I mean, I hate to say it, but like, people didn't want Starbucks here, you mm-hmm. know, and I'm sure that a lot of people don't want Target. But Starbucks goes here every day. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a great place. I mean, me personally, I like going to OB Beans. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I also like, I kind of spread it around. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to Starbucks, I'll go here, go there. But I mean, OB Beans is where I go every day, you know, for coffee. But every now and then you got to switch it up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing. Same thing with Target.
Mm-hmm. You know? Is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, you're gonna go there to buy toothbrushes. You're gonna go there to buy toilet paper. You know, it's just part of growing up. You can't grow up and not have these places come in here. It's just not gonna happen.
All right. So if somebody walks in here to Poma's for the first time, what would you recommend? What sandwiches up there are the go-tos?
Straight up, we always say meatball, roast beef. You want a traditional Italian sub, torpedo, and those are the top three. Yeah, meatball is definitely like
can't go wrong with
that. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, we used to be known for the roast beef. It's just meatballs just kind of taking over a little bit, and but still every day we make our own roast. You know, we cook it, we roast it, and then we slice it. And the meatballs, we make them from the ground up. You know, every day.
Wow, great. Now let me ask you this: if obviously we have a lot of choices here in OB, if you were taking your wife out, you know, for a nice dinner or just to get out of the house for the night, what are some of the places where we might find Nick Poma?
Most likely, I'd say either Raglan or the Joint. You go to the Joint for sushi. They got a good, diverse menu. Raglan's just solid.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everything they did is really good. You go to Nico's a lot. You know, love their breakfast burritos. It's just. You know, actually, I went to high school with Jose down here.
Oh, did you really? Oh,
so
cool.
It's kind of cool. You know, we're both doing it. We always talk about, you know, just how things like how it changes around here, but it's pretty cool.
Very cool. I love that. So, let's see. One last question I have for you is, since you work in OB, live in OB, what's your favorite thing about the community?
Favorite thing, I would say, just like the family like vibe you get, you know, from the other locals. And just, I mean, you just walk down the street and you just know someone. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just got that old school vibe to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it just feels like you're I mean, although we're in San Diego, it's just a small town that's crammed into a big city, just a small town feel.
It just feels like a home.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't imagine living anywhere else, honestly. Really good.
Great. So, well, there you have it, everyone. Be sure to come on down to Poma's. Great sandwiches. Come try their meatball subs. The pizza, everything here is absolutely delicious. Be sure to get out there and support local OB businesses. Again, Nick Poma, my name's Johnny with OB Eats. Get out there and have a good time. All right, bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.